Progress. Body back on the frame. Had some friends over on Sunday, and we got the body back on with the quickness. It's looking good with the painted firewall here. I got the interior painted, at least all the bare metal. This is as far as I'm going to take it for this year. I have to get the body bolted back on to the frame, and before I do that I gotta snake the rear section of the dual exhaust in, because it'll make it easier if I can just lift the body up a tiny bit off of the frame, snake those in. And then I also need to put this rubber gasket type stuff that I got, I'm going to use to seal the body to the bridge on the C-notch here. So I need to cut this down and poke holes in it so that when I put the top plate on, it sandwiches it and seals that from the elements. So I'm doing that. But what I'm working on right now is the gas tank. So I took a wire wheel to it, took like an hour, and got it down to bare metal and gave it a coat of Steel-It. And I've taken this neoprene rubber sheet that is about a 1/4 inch thick. I used some spray adhesive to attach them to the gas tank here. And these are just pads between the straps and the gas tank. And then I have the other side padded as well. That's the top side right here. And that is gonna sit up against the frame rails. And then this is for the straps. And the straps, I buzzed down and coated those with Steel-It as well. And then I glued some 1/8 inch rubber to the strap just for isolation. So these are gonna make the tank tighter and give it some squish so that the straps make the tank really snug, and it's also gonna make the tank very quiet so it's not gonna squeak against the body or anything like that. And so these guys just fit down there like that. So the rubber's a little bit redundant, but it's kind of a nice little piece to put on there. And so this is ready to go in. This can't go in until the exhaust is on. Just how the exhaust is designed, it makes it a lot easier to put the tailpipes on before the tank. So step 1, get the body mounted to the chassis. Step 2, get this gasket trimmed out and installed in there. Step 3, we're going to get both tailpipes in and installed. We have the one mount on the back here that goes to the body. On the underside, you can see right there. And then the front will just be hanging out until it connects with the mid pipe. Once we do that, then I can get the fuel tank in, and I can connect up the fuel hard line via a soft line to the tank. And I can connect up a few other items on the bottom as well. I can put the fuel pump in. I can get the wiring for the sending unit on. I'll get that on as the tank is hanging, as it's easier to access than when it's fully installed. So I'll be doing all that stuff. And then I can also get to work on installing more of the air lines and components on the underside of this. Put the bulkhead unions back in, get the air compressors mounted back up. I can put the chassis wiring back in, and then I can also get the fill tube, at least the 90 that goes vertical, in. And once this fender goes on, then I can finish the fill there. And so obviously there's a lot more than that to do, but that's kind of the process that I'm working with for right now, for today. I'm going to try to go from the back of the car to the front generally, and hoping by the end of this weekend to have a majority of the parts on the shelf back on the Aerosedan. So that would be all of the wiring, clutch pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal, the brake lines, clutch lines inside the car, the dash back in, the steering column. I need to get the glass back in the car before the dash, I believe. So I'll be doing that. Once that's done, I can also put my visor on, which I really want to do, just have the thing looking a little more badass sitting here in the shop. And I can get the battery mount back on coming up today or the next time I'm working on it. I still have one battery cable to make, the main one that goes from the union there. It'll go up over the C, B, and A pillar, and then down and across and connect to the starter. And also has a junction, so the fuse box gets powered by that. And yeah, so it's gonna keep jamming, and hopefully another, I don't know, 80 hours, 100 hours, and this thing will roar to life and start figuring out any little issues and hopefully be able to drive it. So I'll keep checking back in with you as I make some progress. Thanks for watching. What's up, everyone? Huge update here. It's been a while since I have filmed anything and updated, but I have been getting some work done. Work finally slowed down, and so I'm able to get some working on the weekdays in addition to the weekends here. So I have been working on the Aerosedan quite a bit. I don't even remember where I was the last time I checked in. So let me clean this off and show you. I got the trunk lid on. Maybe you've seen that already, maybe you haven't, I'm not sure, but I'm showing you now. Trunk lid's on. And to get the trunk lid on, I had to take the seal off that was on there. There was a brand new seal that was on there, and I don't know if it was glued on wrong or what, but the trunk was not even close to being able to close with the seal on there. Luckily, the seal came off really easily, so I just took the seal off. I'm not gonna be driving this in the rain, and eventually I'll put the seal back on the right way, or I'll get the right seal. We'll figure it out. I got the rear bumper and splash pan on with the guards, got the exhaust on, and got the bumperettes on here, as well as the backup light. So we're all accessorized. The only thing I don't have is the center fold down, which I did have re-chromed. I just need to assemble it and put it on. But since I'm still in the phase of doing some of the build and finishing things, I figure I'll just wait on that until we're closer so it doesn't get scratched or anything like that. I did have the guards re-chromed, and they are looking real proper. These are brand new reproductions. The rear bumper came with the car like this, and so that's definitely not original. It's probably one of the cheaper ones that you can buy out there, you know, for $400 or $500, chromed and everything. I don't think it's the original one that has been chromed. And then you can see the exhaust that I did and the tip sticking out. Seems like the tips stick out quite a bit, but with the curve of the bumper and then how big and far out the center pull down sticks out, the exhaust I made to be the same width out as the pull down, so there's going to be a nice line there. And the trunk, this was a whole situation. You can watch a quick time lapse here, but I got the trunk on, and the latch wasn't staying here. It kind of, if it cocks sideways, then the trunk can come loose, and so I didn't want that to happen while I was driving. And so I grabbed my keys that I have for the car, and I put a key in here, and I locked the trunk. That key didn't unlock the trunk. It'll lock the trunk, but it won't unlock the trunk. So, as you saw, I went through a box of about 300 keys that my buddy Jeff has collected over the years, and the 7th key worked and will lock and unlock the trunk. So now I can lock and unlock the trunk. I also, on eBay here, got, let's see if I can get this to, I need to work on the mechanism a bit. Give me a second. I also got this trunk prop. And the one that I had was apparently for a coupe, not an Aerosedan. I had no idea. And I found this one on eBay, and so I snatched it up. As you saw, when it gets to the top, it doesn't latch. So I need to work on this mechanism a little bit here and kind of figure that out. Haven't spent any time on it yet because I have been distracted by many other things. But it's good to have this area getting closer and closer to being done. Like I said, it's just the center pull down that I need to do, and that's really about it. And then I have a custom license plate coming, and I have an assortment of toppers and all that stuff that I will be putting on.
Hey man, let me drive that thing, come on!
Do not touch the trim.